Planning a trip to Tokyo, Japan can be quite intimidating. After all, there is so much to do. Where do you even begin? I went 4 times in the last 2 years, and this is everything I would recommend you do if you only had 4 days to spend in the most wonderful city on earth. Consider this your ultimate Tokyo, Japan itinerary because boy do I have a jam-packed 4 days planned for you. By the way, hey guys, it's Steve from the Fat Life Project. Welcome back to my channel that is full of travel guides just like the one you're watching now that helps you navigate your way through cities around the world. And so if traveling is your vibe, don't forget to subscribe so that we can go on more travel adventures like this together. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into it, shall we? Assuming that you followed the advice in my Tokyo travel tips video, you'll be staying somewhere along the Green Line, aka the Yamanote Line. And so once you've checked in and are settled down, I would recommend starting off your day with an authentic Japanese breakfast at Shinpachi Shokudo in Shinjuku. The place is famous for its no-frills and cheap Japanese breakfast sets. It's open from 7 AM and it's a popular breakfast destination for both locals and tourists alike. The breakfast sets commonly feature char-grilled pieces of mackerel, salmon or other fish varieties, alongside some fluffy white rice, miso soup, pickles, and I even got a raw egg. And all at reasonable prices too. I mean, I literally paid with some change that I had left over from my last trip. Trust me, there is no better way to start your day. Once you've had breakfast, it's time to head on over to your first attraction, Teamlab Planets, which I am sure you would have already heard of. I have previously done a full video detailing what to expect there, and I've placed the link to that video in my description box in case you want to check it out. But in short, it is a one-of-a-kind immersive experience you do not want to miss out on. But one thing I will note here is that there is almost always a queue as after all, it is a popular attraction spot, which is why if you're looking to save time, I would recommend getting the skip the queue tickets, which you can get via Klook. It does exactly what it advertises, aka allowing you to directly skip queues to enter the exhibit. They also recently added an entire new section, and so Planets, in my opinion, is going to take you around 3 to 4 hours to explore properly. Also, if you're feeling peckish by this stage, I would recommend checking out the ramen restaurant that's located right outside of Planets. Though you don't have to, especially if you want to save your appetite for dinner, because I have something exciting planned for you. After your Planets experience, I would recommend heading back over to Ginza to check out Age-san, a bakery that's been going absolutely viral for its crispy fried sandwiches. There is almost always a queue, but thankfully it does move relatively quickly. Long story short, I would say the hype is real and I recommend it, especially this creme brulee one. And this will then take you to dinner time, and can you even say you've been to Japan unless you've had Wagyu? T-Nagameguro is Japan's top 5 steak restaurant and the only one that's known to serve Omi T-bone as a steak. You will get a meticulously crafted 14-course degustation menu that showcases the rich flavors and textures of the Omi beef in all its glory. And word of warning, there's only 14 seats in this restaurant, and so reservations are super hard to come by, and so I would recommend booking well ahead before your trip. You do not, however, require any reservation or payment to see this next one that holds the Guinness World Record as the world's largest permanent architectural projection mapping display. The Tokyo Night and Light Show transforms the Tokyo Metropolitan government building into a dynamic canvas of light and sound. The show runs for about 15 minutes in 30-minute intervals from 7:30 PM to 9:30 PM every night. I watched it from the base of the building itself. However, you can basically view it from anywhere in Tokyo where you can see the Tokyo Metropolitan building. Once you're done with that, it's time to head on over to do one of my favorite activities in Tokyo, Japan, which is to check out a secret bar. And honestly, if you only had time to do one, this is the one I would recommend. It is hidden underneath the streets of Shibuya in the facade of a hole-in-the-wall coffee shop. But if you can solve a puzzle on their official website, you'll gain access to their reservation page that will allow you to secure a booking to enter their secret bar located right behind these shelves. In the spirit of the secret bar, I will not be telling you how to solve the puzzle. However, I will give you 2 hints. 1, the puzzle is better solved on your mobile device. And 2, this is the page that you're after. And remember, no reservation, no entry. And while you're in there sipping your cocktails, see if you can solve another puzzle to gain entry to their secret menu item cocktail. Trust me, it's worth it. Start day 2 early with some breakfast at your hotel or at your nearest convenience store before heading over to the other Teamlab experience in Tokyo, Teamlab Borderless. I like going at opening time to avoid crowds and potential queues. I have also previously done a full Teamlab Borderless guide if you want to check that out. Link is also in my description box. In essence, it is an immersive digital art museum that is a little less structured than Planets, in that the art you see depends on where you are in the exhibit and also how you interact with it, as it changes in real time based on the participation from visitors like you and I. Also, the art is quite literally borderless, so don't be too surprised to find an art that you saw in one room suddenly appear in another. The entire space should take you around 3 to 4 hours to explore properly. This will then take you to lunchtime, at which point I would recommend heading over to the Asakusa area. That is famous for their Sensoji temple, of course, but also basically for every single viral food item that you've seen on social media. My personal recommendations would be Asakusa Unana for their eel roll, this creme brulee crate from Kotobuki Sean, the melon pan aka crispy jumbo melon bread from Asakusa Kagetsudo Melopan, and of course the chestnut Mont Blanc from Chacha Futasume. You should be quite full by now, so I would recommend something light-ish for dinner, and this fine dining experience is, in my opinion, a must. The Tapas Molecular Bar is located on the 38th floor of the Mandarin Oriental Hotel and offers a unique, intimate theatrical dining experience. Chef Kento blends his artistic background into each of the 13 courses in his molecular gastronomy omakase that tells the story from a storybook that you'll see perched right in front of you, featuring unique, unforgettable dishes like this pig in a cloud and a dessert that literally looks like an empty plate. The dining space also gives you a fantastic panoramic view of Tokyo City, and as there are only 8 seats in this diner, reservations are compulsory. Another night means another secret bar, and tonight we're checking out another favorite of mine. Located in Ibizu, the A10 Speakeasy Bar is hidden away behind this set of green coin lockers. To enter, pull on the locker door that says A10 and you'll find a set of stairs leading you all the way down to a basement bar that is lined with vintage vinyl records. The bar also features a live DJ and a fantastic cocktail menu, of which my favorites here are the Feel Like a Cinema and also their Are You Depressed cocktail. I did walk into this, but reservations are strongly recommended, and also do note that there is a cover fee of around 1,100 yen per person. But make sure you don't get too drunk, as you have a long third day ahead that you want to make sure you're awake for, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. The Making of Harry Potter Studio Tour is another must visit when you're in Tokyo, Japan, as you literally walk into life-size movie sets that brought the entire Harry Potter movie series to life. Walk through the Hogwarts Great Hall, Diagon Alley, the Forbidden Forest, and many more that were all meticulously recreated using original methods and techniques. There are also plenty of fantastic dining options here which I skipped, but the one thing I would recommend you try is their butterbeer. In fact, it's better than the butterbeer I had at the UK counterpart of the very same tour. The space is huge, and I would recommend allocating at least 4 hours to do this properly. And don't forget to bring your Hogwarts outfit. And if you're like me and still in your Hogwarts outfit, I would recommend continuing your Hogwarts day by heading over to Asakusa to check out the Harry Potter Stairs and Time Turner exhibit. It's located right at the exit of Asakusa Station. You cannot miss it. You will literally walk into a grand staircase featuring around 42 portraits of wizards and witches, and right in the center of it all is the Time Turner sculpture. Both were built to celebrate the Japanese production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Also in the area is the famous Harry Potter Cafe that's almost impossible to get bookings for. If you do choose to do the Harry Potter Cafe especially, I recommend reserving well ahead of time. As someone who's already been to the Harry Potter Cafe though, I would say only do it if you have the time, and also if you really want to take those beautiful Instagram shots. But otherwise, I would recommend saving your appetite for some all-you-can-eat sushi. Yurakucho Kakida is located on the 19th floor of the Odakyu Hotel Century Southern Tower, Shinjuku, and offers an all-you-can-eat sushi experience that starts you off with some tempura and sushi rolls before taking you through their entire sushi selection, at which point you're allowed to reorder the sushi pieces that you like for as many times as you like. The ticket price of around $70 also comes with unlimited drinks and dessert. And trust me, they're not kidding when they say it all you can eat, so I would strongly recommend going hungry. Oh, and also reservations are highly recommended. After that all you can eat experience, I would then recommend you walk off all those calories by dropping by the Art Aquarium Museum that features over 30,000 goldfish displayed in intricately designed tanks illuminated by vibrant lighting and also accompanied by ambient music and scents. This exhibit will take you around 1 to 2 hours to explore properly, giving you a nice little break before dinner. And if you've done your all-you-can-eat experience properly, you're probably still a little bit full, so I would recommend doing a light dinner at Wagyu Sukiyaki Goku. They've got 2 branches, but there's one in Ginza, just around the corner from where the Art Aquarium is. It serves up the best sukiyaki I have ever had in my life, and that's not only because it features A5 premium grade Wagyu. One of the things I like about this place is that you can customize exactly how much Wagyu you're going to want to eat. The Wagyu is then cooked right in front of you, and you can pair that with unlimited refills of rice, miso soup, and eggs. It is then time for our nightcap, and after an entire day of walking around, I think you'll appreciate the chilled and laid-back vibes at the No Room for Squares secret bar that's hidden behind a red Coca-Cola fridge door. And it is actually a jazz bar, so most of the time you will see a live jazz band playing in there. But when there is no live band, the place is a kissin that plays from a huge selection of vintage vinyl records. Day 4 is going to start off with you trying something that you need to try when you're in Japan, and that is their baked goods. Tokyo bakeries are truly next level, and there is perhaps none more popular than the I Am Donut, which of course I would recommend you try. But controversial opinion, if you only had time to try one, I would actually skip I Am Donut and try Amam Dacotan instead. They're also owned by the same owners of I Am Donut, but I actually prefer the variety and the general taste of the pastries here. As there is always a queue, I would recommend getting to Amam as close to opening time as you can. It took me around 20 minutes to get in, and everything was delicious, but these were the pastries that I especially enjoyed. Do note that there is an I Am Donut location about a 10-minute walk away from this Amam Dacotan location, and so if you have the time or are traveling in a group where you can be queuing up for both locations at the same time, I would recommend trying out both. But if you're a Hayao Miyazaki fan, this next spot is a must visit. The Ghibli Museum in Mitaka is a must visit for any Ghibli fans, as it is a whimsical heaven that brings the world of Studio Ghibli to life. Now, photos and videos are not allowed inside, which I think is a good rule as it allows you to completely immerse yourself in the experience. You will feel like you walked into a Hayao Miyazaki film with multiple pastel-colored rooms, huge winding spiral staircases, hidden nooks, and even a rooftop garden that features the robot that you've seen in Laputa. There's also a cafe right outside of the museum that sells those cute Totoro puffs that you've probably seen all over social media. But personally, I would recommend saving your appetite for the best fall-off-the-bone Wagyu that you will ever have in your life. The Slice of Life BBQ is an unassuming food truck located on one of the small streets of Shibuya and features this A5 grade meat that is smoked for many hours, resulting in this juicy fall-off-the-bone ribs that you see here. Honestly, one of the best things I've ever had. Relax after dinner by watching the craziest show you'll ever see. The Samurai Restaurant Time in Shinjuku is a high-octane show that immerses guests in a dazzling experience featuring an explosion of colors, drumming, sword fights, neon-lit floats, and vibrant costumes inspired by samurai, yokai, and festival traditions. Taking over the former robot restaurant space, this 90-minute performance is divided into 3 acts and runs for about 90 minutes, though you will feel it's much shorter as it is so darn entertaining. Tickets begin at 8,000 yen and includes 2 drinks. This is as over the top as it can get entertainment-wise. I definitely recommend checking it out. You may still be full from the barbecue truck, but if you're not, I would recommend dropping by Bura Bura, which is just around the corner, which serves up huge bowls of matsusoba, aka brothless ramen. If you've never had them before, you must. They basically consist of fresh cooked to order noodles, which are served in a mixture of sauces, bamboo shoots, pork char siu, and even a soft-boiled egg. Mix it all together and these noodles will be drenched in this thick, flavorful sauce that is so darn addictive. And like most of the foods you'll get in Japan, this is delicious and cheap. And if you're still staying overnight on the 4th night, I would recommend dropping by SG Low for a nightcap. It's tucked away on the 2nd floor of an unassuming building in Shibuya, and whilst it is an izakaya that also serves food. They have over 20 variations of lemon sour cocktails, which are a must try. There are of course more places that you should check out in Tokyo, Japan, but this is what I would recommend if you only had 4 days. But you might already be thinking about swapping around or adding in a couple of things. Like for example, those secret bars on the itinerary may not be so suitable if you're traveling with kids. No matter which one it is, I've got your back. I have a PDF file containing not only the booking links and location pins of all the places I've mentioned in this video, but also everywhere else that I've been to in Tokyo over several trips that I would recommend you going to. That same PDF file also contains a pre-travel checklist and relevant discount codes to help you save. You can download this PDF guide via a link that I'm going to place in my description box. I'm also going to include my first timer's guide to Tokyo, Japan and my Shinkansen guide videos at the end of this video so that you can go ahead and watch either next. I do hope that you found this video helpful and informative. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things that you know are going to appease those holy YouTube algorithm gods, but much more importantly, it's just going to make my day as a content creator. In particular, feel free to comment as I do love hearing from you. And if you got to this particular point of the video, thank you so much for watching. I know I say this every single week, but it's only because I mean it. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic day ahead or that you've already had a good day. I will see you real soon in the next video. Ciao!